Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. It's your girl, Queen Jamila. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm not going to be on camera. Blip. That's all y'all get. So, good evening. So, I wanted to come. Oh, stop. I guess I'll do this until y'all come in. Sorry, I was using this for this video that I created. So, I wanted to come and talk about reschedules as well as some other stuff about spiritual workers. Okay, because y'all know your girl, this channel name is going to change. Hit that thumbs up, three people. Who are you? Okay, who are you? Who? Okay, we got one friend in the chat. We got one person that is enthusiastic. Oh, it was a thumbs up, but then it went away. Okay. So anyway, I'm not worried about it. There will be more people that will come in and they will feel very happy about hitting that thumbs up. So you ain't got a thumbs up. What's up, Catavia? Catavia. I say Catavia. So, guys, let's talk, okay? Let's talk about reschedules. If your spiritualist reschedules with you, you can always call the psychic hotline, which is like $1.99 a minute until you can get in touch with them. Okay. Y'all, I actually applied at California Psychics and I aced the test, but he said he didn't want to hire me because he didn't want me to step on any toes. Okay, so he must have saw that I was getting ready to start my business and become very big at it. And it took me a minute because I had to crawl before I walked because there was so much spiritual knowledge that I was missing at that time, but I still made it through. Hit that thumbs up for people. What's up, Michelle? So if I ever have to reschedule with you, it's either a couple of different reasons. I was sick. I just wasn't feeling well. And I will let you know, sometimes I might have some sort of special engagement going on that I didn't foresee at the time that might involve family. And, that can be anywhere from watching a movie. Yeah, thank you, baby. That can be anywhere from watching a movie to being at some kind of family event, which I don't go to many family events because my family is not in Georgia, okay, unless I meet somebody that I'm cool with. I'm tired. Well, go lay down, baby. Here, drink some water and go lay down. So, another reason your spiritualist might cancel with you is maybe they were meditating. I know that sometimes I get drawn into rituals, and so that happens too. Okay. Or sometimes your spiritualist could be possibly maybe they could be having sex. That could be a reason. People that are spiritual still have sex. Okay, just because you're a spiritualist, it doesn't. Good day, did I ever do a reading for you? I think you one of my tarot babies. Are you one of my tarot babies, Catavia? Because sometimes y'all come to me and be like, I've been thinking about doing the same thing you doing. And I'll look in the cards and I'll see the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Pentacles. And I'll be like, okay, you know what? You can still come to me, girlfriend. I can get you on the right track. Your channel be growing within a month. Okay? Even if I just give you some advice or some pointers. Because here's the thing about YouTube. YouTube is Google. That's what YouTube is. So the more videos you put up, the better. The more you're live, the better. My website has ranking because, and see, my website gets ranked over everything else. Because I tried to look up the scam reports on me, and the only thing that it brought up was my channel. I was like, your girl got it going on. So yeah, as far as like, but if it just depends. You seem, Katavia, you seem really content. So, it's not necessarily that you would need it, but I'm always here for you guys. But it just seemed, you just seem familiar. So maybe you're another type of familiar, which is cool too. But I always tell people all the time, start your channel on YouTube. YouTube is the future of social media. There was actually a movie. It was a sci-fi movie with Denise Richards. And she looks so weird right now. She probably on one of them vegan diets. Anyway. I think when you go on a vegan diet and you start getting really, really emaciated, skinny, it's like, girl, eat you some meat, girl. You need you some blood and some organ meat. Okay. Anyway. So, I'm going to tell y'all something. The reason why we sacrifice animals is because they present themselves as sacrifices. Okay. That's why. Hit that thumbs up for people. So, yeah, I feel like, and yeah, so anyway, going back to what I was talking about. When you schedule an appointment with me, like I do have a life, and I like 99% of the times, and then I also think that sometimes it can be your spirits, because I've had people that I've had trouble getting in contact with, and some of them just won't answer the phone, or then some of them will be like, they'll answer the phone, but they'll be like, I was just so tired right before you called me. And I've had that happen a lot. Like, I'll be like, you know why? And it's usually because there is a spirit that is feeding off of you. And spirits that are feeding off of you, they don't necessarily have to be evil and diabolical. A lot of people have a lot of different spirits that seem to be feeding off of their spiritual energy. Most of them are evil and diabolical. I will tell you that, the ones that I've seen, because I feel like anything that's feeding. So, and I'll usually tell them, I'll be like, you know what, I kind of felt kind of tired too, but I pushed through it. And, so anyway, that can happen too. Sometimes it can happen with you, because I was trying to call for my evening reading and that person didn't pick up. So, yeah, which is cool. Like, if y'all ever have to do reschedules with me, do not feel bad, because I know that not only do I have a life, but you have a fucking life. So you done paid your money. You can go to the same link that I emailed you and you can just reschedule it. I like for y'all to go in and put notes so that I can go back and reference, like, okay, we rescheduled this reading that day. But if you don't do that, yet have I had a client to do that? I think if I actually had a client do that, like go in and mark their old reading as rescheduled for another day, like I'd probably invite you to come work for my company for real. I'd be like, okay, you need to come and work with me. Okay, not for me, but with me. And then I'm not one of them type of people that tries to latch on. Hold on, y'all. Shit. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I can resend it, Michelle. I can resend it to you. So anyway, what I was saying as far as all of that is concerned is that sometimes that happens and there's never any hard feelings on my part and there shouldn't be on your part because just know that your spirits have what is called divine timing. If you got to go get in the bathtub, like go take a shower or a bath, because I've actually had, and you can always put your phone by your toilet or your tub and call me from the bathtub. Because I've had people do that shits before. Sometimes I talk to people that are under heavy psychic attack. So you guys can call me anytime. You are not bugging me and you are not bothering me. Okay? Just to let y'all know. But that only happens every once in a while. I had this one person contact me, and this person had there was some bad ass demons on them. And she was like, "Can you help me?" And like I could see like it was like 6 to 7 winged creatures. They all had red eyes. And it was like like she was under the enchantment of a badass witch. I'm talking about one of them witches. It'd be ravens coming after you, and like you be like, I don't want no beef with this person. I don't want no beef with this person. And you gotta tell them, like, look, sis, okay, I respect your flow. Now let me tell you something. You keep messing with me because I ain't trying to impede on you, and you don't have to impede on me. For real. But yeah, but that's only happened to me twice. And it was once by my mother, because my mother is a badass witch, even though she don't want to admit it. And then this other lady, actually two other ladies, but really mainly one. So yeah, man, I've dealt with witches before. Like witches don't scare me, but they more so annoy me sometimes. If you can be like a non-annoying witch, then I can be really, really cool with you. The ones that got some shit they still trying to work out and they angry about a bunch of stuff. I had an extremely enlightening reading today with a client. Extremely. Not gonna get into details, but yeah. So and that happens, when you come across some familiar stuff. Like it was very familiar, this reading that I did with this person. And I can't go into details because I've been in details, and it was really okay. I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's about those perverted, freaky mothers and fathers that we can sometimes have. And I know I'm laughing about it, but like you got to learn to start laughing at it. Otherwise, you're going to be angry and bent out of shape. Katavia keeps saying, wow. Yeah. Oh, you a Cancer? Okay, well, I'm looking forward to our reading. I can actually still do our reading tonight, Michelle. We can still do our reading tonight. Because I do readings up to 11 p.m. Sometimes, like in the days leading up to the full moon and then also the new moon. It just depends on what I'm doing. So I can still call you when I'm done with this, but because I felt like you needed it on a different day. Like when I call people for their reading or they're not ready, I always think, well, today ain't the day, and I just kind of relax is what I do. Now, if I feel that you're troubled, I'll call you back like 2 or 3 times. Like if I feel like you've got some trouble that you need some help with, because I do connect with my people before I do y'all reading for y'all. So it's so weird how I do that. It's like I'll just sense them coming. And like when they start talking to me during their reading, like I'll be like, damn, I can feel you coming. That's what I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, and then that's when you got to cleanse. You got to cleanse. And y'all can get them clients sometimes that be like, okay, I got some real problems. I can't swallow. I can't think. I can't drink water. I can't drink nothing. I can't eat nothing. You get clients like that. You got to dig really, 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 really deep because that client needs some help. Okay. So, you got a spirit screaming at you, hell. Monster house. I ain't never had no spirit screaming at me. Monster house. Monster house. You know what song you ain't never heard, Jacob? Yeah. You have never heard Monster Bash ever. You've never sat and listened to that song. And I think I am going to play that song for him tonight. So anyway, y'all, but if we ever need to reschedule, just relax. Sometimes you do need to just like relax because sometimes it's not it's it's not meant for you to get that message at that moment that you scheduled it. So we do use a scheduler, but the reason why we use that is so that we can keep things in order, and that's why I send it to you because and that also helps me with PayPal in case I have anybody bring about any kind of false claims. I have had a couple of times, like literally 2 times, where I have accidentally overlooked a person's order because I can get so many orders in and I look it over and I don't send them the booking link. But I always contact my peeps and work it out, and I still end up doing a reading for them. So, I just I build a good rapport with my clients before they even contact me, you know. Well, we can still do it tonight if you want to. Okay. So anyway, y'all, I was putting something up on Facebook. Y'all, I swear, I got this Snickers over here. I'm gonna eat this very soon. I got this from the store, okay? And y'all see I got some down there. Let me move that out the way. Okay, I deserve it. And I have lost y'all. I lost a lot off of my stomach area. It was weird. I had like this huge purge one night. It was crazy. This is only stuff I would tell you guys behind the scenes, though. So, yeah, I have tried the peanut butter Snickers, but this is actually the best one. Just the regular one. It's the best one. So, there's my foot, y'all. Yes, I do have a nice arch in my foot. No, some people are flat footed. Not me. I have a natural arch in my foot. So, anyway, um, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Like the one thing that I do want to tell y'all is the worrying. And if you are somebody that worries a lot, it's probably because you're out of place. I know that my mother was a worrier. I wish she would become more of a warrior, but she's a worrier. So yeah, we don't have to mention all the other stuff that she is, but I grew up like that. And then I have the same, like my mother's sun sign is my moon sign. So if yo if your moon sign is the same as your mother's sun sign, or if you're born like on the same day, that draws you even closer to them. So it's crazy. These people got to stop being in love with their kids, though, y'all. It's some people that are too in love and too involved with their kids. Hello? They just too involved and too in love. So I know how to push children. Like you got to push them. Both of my daughters, they are so independent. Like I feel like as they get older, they're gonna end up roommating with each other and stuff because if I had a sister, that's what I would have done, at a young age. So I always tell my daughters, I'm like, y'all so lucky to have each other. Because I had nobody at your age. Nobody. Nobody that I could look at that came from the same mother and the same father that was similar to me that I could depend on. So being an only child, a lot of people think that it's good. It's not. It's just you not appreciating stuff yet. Eventually you will, when you are a person that feels like the grass is greener on the other side all the time, like, because I can honestly say my kids were pretty lucky. Because, I don't believe in, beating and terrorizing kids and stuff. I don't believe in that stuff. So, and they are very, all of my children seem to be extremely brave and outgoing. I think women have to naturally push their sons a little bit. They have to push them and, push through certain stuff. Give them chores to do, okay? You need to go and get the hose and power wash the side of the house or something. You know what I'm saying? Get them boys out there. Like, I think that that's like a big mistake. I think that's like a big mistake for people to coddle their sons, get out there and rake the yard and stuff, get them to do things like that, especially if you have a super duper attached child or if you have some stuff going on. Because if you got stupid, crazy stuff happening in your family to where the mama is being spiritually attacked, then that's going to naturally draw the son closer. But then the mama has to be responsible enough to get her a man or a husband in her life, or either maintain the relationships with these men, you know what I'm saying, that are in your life, and not necessarily being in control of them, but being on top of them, okay, as a woman. So, because I feel like this, the closer you draw yourself to a man, your children can start to fly. Because if you are a mother that becomes codependent on your children, I would never want to be that mother. Never. I'm the complete opposite of my mother. And I don't like that. So I feel like everybody has their limit. But for me, I want to see, my children have a life. So, like, for example, when my sons and my daughters get married, I ain't going to be calling you every 5 minutes. Handle your business. If you need me, you know where I'm at. And if somebody hitting on you or, doing something crazy to you, then I would think that I would hope that my kids would be able to come and tell me. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then some of y'all got these vampiric, narcissistic kids that are just like, I'm ready for war. Like, good Lord. Some of y'all with these young teenage kids, boy, these kids are ready for war. They so mature. They way more mature than we was. They are. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Mom, I'm ready to get a job. I'm ready to, go. I'm ready to go pop my collar already. I'm like, hey, but like, don't sell yourself short, going and working for these companies making $5 or $6 an hour. And so I was looking at this one witch on here. She's a dark witch, high priestess, Creole queen. Her daughter is in her coven. Like, I was like, it's so enriching and enlightening to see a witch be able to bring her daughter to her power that soon, because but my mother was doing witchcraft, even though like I believe she knows it. Cause like my mother, she's a belly dancer, right? Mm-hmm. And she had me doing this dance. I used to be in her troupe, and she had me doing this dance routine to a belly dance song called Devil's Daughter, which that you don't necessarily have to deal with the devil when you're dealing with witchcraft. But I will say that, yeah, if you are trying to be independent of any kind of higher power, you are going to deal with the devil. You're going to deal with the devil. Everybody has to deal with the devil. Even if you a light worker and you like me and you just want to create good in the world, like you don't want to see none of that shit. You want to see the hell realm where it belongs and us where we belong and living in peace. But in reality, everybody has to deal with it. And I definitely have to deal with the demonic realm because I'm a practitioner. And I still take clients that deal with that. And I ain't gonna never be like, I don't deal with that stuff like that. It's like, no, I deal with all of it. So, you know, because, our little witchy babies, they need guidance. But then again, they all still need their own ideas. Like, I don't expect none of my apprentices to agree with everything that I say. And if you were to ever come to me and say, well, you know what, I don't really agree with that. As long as you agree with me eating, being in peace and flourishing, I'm good with you. You can agree with any other idea, but just don't want me to die, sis. Don't want me to do bad. Don't wish bad on me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I ask of people. And I have some really amazing clients and stuff and people that I'm teaching and stuff. So we have to be able to inspire. You know what I'm saying? Katavia, hell yeah, you can send them over to me. They'll be well taken care of. And you know it. That's how I get my clients is through people recommending people to me. Yeah, when the supernatural follows you, you know it. You're usually into shows like, did y'all ever see that TV show called True Calling? And she was a medium and she could communicate with the dead. Okay, so those people do exist. They do. They exist and they're not crazy. There are some people that are a little bit more afraid of it. You got to really, really be in a spiritually sound place to be doing some of these readings for people because my readings are very esoteric. So I go really, really deep into what the root of the problem is. And I am going to be changing this channel name to Esoteric Tarot so that people can know that my readings are from a witchy standpoint. Or maybe I'll name it Witches Tarot or something. I'm not sure. I'll let y'all vote on it. So, oh yeah, I would love for my daughters to practice witchcraft, but they're not ready. You know, they actually already doing their own little witchcraft, though. Them little girls are a trip. But I'm talking about actual traditional witchcraft where you draw a circle and you have a specific intent that you're drawing in and you're going to manifest that intent to happen. That's what I'm talking about. Not, my daughters, they at the, your kids, they are at the full stage. And sometimes when your kids want to go off on their own and do their own thing, and kids will sometimes give you signals that they ready to go all off and do their own thing. Because they'll start being rebellious and stuff and they'll start doing stuff. And then that's when you got to know as a parent, like, hey, I need for you to like do this, do this, do that. You've got to start being more responsible so that you can know how it feels to live in this realm and have to pay bills and make a way for yourself. And then you'll appreciate me and you will see what I sacrifice for you. Okay. And so when my children have children, because I'm already a grand already, but because I know I'll have more grandchildren, okay, in the future, way off in the future, but, and you just tell your kids, you will see when you have children, someday you'll be a parent and you will know what I sacrificed for you. That's just the truth. Cause you know, every parent doesn't sacrifice, but most of them do, which is why there's billions of people on this planet. So, but life should be good to where you just love having your life and you love the things that you have in your life. So you do have to appreciate stuff. Because at the end of the day, you could be doing worse, and there's other people that are doing worse than you. I be over here feeling claustrophobic and closed in by this little bitty, tiny little duplex I'm living in. But guess what? It's some people don't even have that. And some of those people don't need it. I always imagine myself if I'm gonna live in a house, it's gonna be something that's big. Cause my grandmother had a big house and my mother had a big house, so naturally I'm gonna have a big house. You tend to feel kind of claustrophobic in environments that don't necessarily suit you. And then also, my grandmother has a lot to do with how I live because she lives in me. So weird. I don't, it's so weird, and she's heavily, heavily around. It's so weird. As soon as she passed away, she began to contact me. So it's weird. But it was probably because I'm one of the only people that still has my spiritual gifts in the family. And she was trying to give me a warning about her son being possessed. But I said, Grandma, he gonna be possessed. He'll be okay though. God gonna take care of him. He's possessed. We got to do something. Well, he gonna have to figure that out on his own if he's possessed. Because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Because I know that he was one of her favorite children. He was, and even the way she talked about him. So that's why she immediately began to contact me about my uncle, who was her son. It was so weird. She was really, really concerned about him too. But I told my grandmother one day, I said, Grandma, it's a lot of people that are possessed by vampires. It's a lot of people possessed by a lot of spirits. It's a lot of people that are possessed by demonic spirits, but it's not tearing them down. It's not causing any problems in their life. So I mean, mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm talking about like open space and stuff. All that, this house is like a dorm house for kids. So yeah, but y'all already know how I'm feeling about that. I ain't even gonna go there. So, whenever you guys have to do reschedules, though, it's divine timing. Everything happens for a reason. I have been losing weight. I've been eating way less carbs. Well, I was eating a lot of steak and potatoes. And potatoes are still good for you. Potatoes are not bad for you, but if you are trying to lose weight, potatoes have a lot of potassium in them. Somebody said that they heard that cauliflower had no nutritional value, and that's actually not true. Cauliflower has a very rich source of vitamin C, manganese, iron, and some people would arguably say that your body doesn't have access to those things, but there are people here that are herbivores and they can eat meat and herbs. I am both. I have to eat meat and vegetables. I can eat both. I don't need to eat one or the other to have optimal health. So, and so that's how I feel about that. But I ain't about to get into that debate because that's a debate. That is a debate. And I'm like this, eat what you feel that your body needs. Mm-hmm. But potatoes are okay. If you're not trying to lose weight, it's okay to eat potatoes. If you're trying to lose weight, you definitely got to slow down on the potatoes. Okay. So, yeah, but that's what I have been working on. And I'm definitely losing the gut area. And I told you guys I've been doing yoga and I've been meditating a lot. You can actually meditate yourself into weight loss. If that's what you want to do. If you don't want to lose weight and you feel fine the way that you are, then stay the way that you are. I think everybody's body processes sugar differently. I don't even think that certain amounts of sugar are bad for people. It depends on what your body needs. Your body needs sugar sometimes. Your body needs iron, especially when you're on your period, if you're a woman. So your body needs certain things. So if you're a woman, then intuitively your body should be telling you to eat iron rich foods like steak, broccoli, cauliflower, um, edamame. I love edamame. I love it. It just the energy, it just brings good energy to my body. It makes me want to exercise. Edamame is very good for your body. And they have the kind that's frozen and it's seasoned with sea salt. Oh my God. Don't get the kind that ain't seasoned with sea salt. Get the kind that's seasoned with sea salt. Those are good. Oh my God. And then I put a little bit of pink Himalayan salt on the outside and stir it up. I love me some edamame pods. Those are good. So, um, but your body should be intuitively telling you while you're on your period, you need to eat some kind of meat. Now, if you're not planning on having children, you can actually put yourself in to menopause by not eating any meat. Be careful not to put yourself into menopause, y'all. Okay? Unless you want to. Because I think menopause is all about not having children, but I think that if you are having a period and you're actively having a period, you should be eating something in between that time. Anyway, so I gotta go, you guys. I love you. If you guys need to reach me, the link to my website is below. Love and light.